A strange presence begins to form in the undergrowth of this forest. A misty aura hangs over the trees. But then, something occurs. Undead clone troopers begin to sprout from the ground, both in skeleton form and zombie form. An old Sith curse has plagued this once peaceful clone trooper burial. The nearby clone trooper base starts their defenses up. They're gonna have to kill their own brothers. Again. Yo, what's going on, gamers? It's your boy, Daily Tactics here, and today we are back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, and today we've got a doozy of a battle. We have the clone troopers of the 442nd Siege Battalion defending against an undead clone trooper army. There are both skeletons and zombie clone troopers here that are going to be launching an assault on this little fortress here. There are bridge defenses right there. Then on the other side of the bridge, there are outside defenses for the fortress itself, and here is the fortress. It's very small. It's more of like a little base camp. They have some walls with troopers on top of them, as well as some troopers in the fort itself, ready to blast some undead boyos. There's also a small operating base out here that is pointing towards the other entrance that the zombies and skeleton army are going to be taking, and they'll get into some heated fire over in this direction as well. It should be a pretty cool battle. I'm excited for it. It's always fun to use some, more quirky mods and things like that alongside the Star Wars mod. If you guys enjoy the video, please be sure to like the video. Just give that like button just a little love tap. Just give it a little boop boop. And, I just dropped something off my desk. It just helps me out a ton. Let's try and get 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 250K by the end of the year. And comment down below what you'd like to see in tomorrow's video. Either way, guys, without further ado, let's get this thing going. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, guys, let's go ahead and press start right here. Let's check out the bridge defense first. You guys know I love a good bridge. I got a thing for bridges. I think they're cool. I think they're epic, and I think they make some of the best Star Wars defenses that we end up seeing in this mod. Either way, there are 2 E-Web turrets on this bridge, so I think there will be high casualty rates for both the skeleton army and the zombie army that's coming up over here. The clone troopers, sadly, though, are pretty suppressed over this way. There's a lot of incoming skeleton fire. Apparently, these guys still know how to use their guns, even though they are undead, and they are really blitzkrieging right now. They're coming up fast and hard, so maybe this position will actually be overpowered relatively quickly here. I mean, look at this. It's absolutely insane. There's zombies coming out the wazoo right now, coming on up here, and the clone troopers are going down quite a good bit. They are taking out those zombies, but the skeletons are managing to do so much cover fire for the zombies that they're actually getting the kills on the clone troopers. It's more like actually the zombies are distracting the clone troopers while the skeletons get the kills in this way. The E-Web turret on the left side over here has ended up going down. The troopers over there seem to be doing a little bit better, but the troopers on the right, there's only 2 of them left alive right now. Big oof right there. Let's check in on the other side of the battlefield. Looks like there is a bit of a zombie slaughter here. There's a clone trooper left alive within the trees, and the skeletons are doing some nice cover fire from the back, but losses seem to be a lot greater over here for the skeleton army. I'm seeing tons more skeleton clone troopers dead over on this side of the battlefield than I was seeing on the other side of the battlefield, but that's not stopping them from continuing their push on forward here. They're taking on this little clone trooper base over this this way. These clone troopers making sure to get enough outgoing fire to wipe out these skeletons, and they're doing a really, really great job over here. The dudes down in the middle now are actually having to get involved in the battle as the skeleton and zombie army manages to cross over the river over this way. They really didn't take too many losses on the other side. I thought they'd take significantly more, but no, they actually ended up doing pretty well over here, and now they are beginning their river charge across the way to the defending clone troopers who are trying to spray them down. The zombies are taking the lead once again. This is a pretty solid strategy. The zombies are, of course, a far weaker unit than the skeletons are, so you might as well just sacrifice these guys while the skeletons do nice little cover fire from the back and get the actual kills. That seems to be what the skeletons are doing, and I think it's working pretty well in all honesty, because the clone troopers are taking major losses due to this strategy. Now the guys that are in the middle that were holding off the right flank so well are beginning to go down a little bit more. However, this little structure up here is still managing to survive quite nicely. Most of the 442nd troopers up here are doing okay, and this E-web turret is still alive, which I would argue is the more important thing. I mean, this thing is a beast if it can manage to get some good hits on the enemies and spray out some fire, and that's exactly what it's doing, and it's alleviating a lot of the pressure on the clone troopers who are actually up here, so it's not a bad thing at all. I mean, I do kind of feel for the clone troopers in this scenario. It must kind of hurt. First, you have to go through the pain of losing your comrades in battle before this, probably some sort of droid invasion or, clone trooper assault on the planet. Something caused these troopers to die in the first place, and it probably caused a lot of heartache for the clones, losing their brothers and whatnot. But now, they're coming back. The undead army is back, and now they have to kill their brothers that they already grieved over. That's some psychological stuff right there. I don't think the clone troopers are capable of getting PTSD due to the, way their brains were sort of wired when they were cloned. But if there's anything that would give you some PTSD, it would certainly be this. That's for sure. I think, if there was any way that clone troopers can get PTSD, it's definitely from killing your own skeleton brothers, having to put them down for a second time. That's pretty brutal. Like, imagine if your bro, like your clone bro, the boy you have been fighting with since training camp, since you were rookies, imagine if he had like a special marking on his helmet. Say he had like a 4-leaf clover on his helmet. Completely random example. I don't know any clones who have 4-leaf clovers on their helmet. But just imagine that. And then imagine he dies in a battle. You grieve over him for a day or two. It's tough. He maybe takes some medical leave to deal with that. And then skeleton army assaults, and there's your boy with the 4-leaf clover. And you gotta shoot him. And his bones disintegrate from the laser impact. That would be brutal. That would mess with your mind pretty bad, dude. That would definitely be pretty rough, I'd imagine. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's not certainly something I could do. I don't think I could handle this. I think I would crumble under the pressure of this battle, but it's something that these clone troopers got to deal with, man. It truly do be like that. Either way, the 442nd that's holding up on this tiny little spire here, they have been whittled down in terms of numbers, but they've still got a solid chonky amount of troopers left alive over here. They really did hold off the attackers from over here. There are really only 3 skeleton troopers over here left. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Let's actually go ahead and squad up the last remaining skeleton troopers over here. I think these guys on the bridge do have a pretty good chance of winning this thing outright because, these guys didn't end up doing that well. They didn't really pull their weight. They didn't get any kills. But these guys over here are on a roll. Yes, they are taking increased losses as they do this sort of final push into the mainland area. And I think a major proponent of that loss is due to this setup over here that's just proving to be incredibly strong, but they're nonetheless pushing in, and they are managing to get clone trooper kills, and they're managing to move on forward. These guys are definitely the MVPs for the undead clone trooper army right now, but That being said, you know, these guys are definitely MVPs themselves for defending against the other half of the battlefield. So we got MVPs for both teams going up against each other, and we'll just have to see who is the MVP, PEist. Who's the MVPer? Who's got the bigger PP? Let's see which army manages to clutch it up. I mean, there is something to be said that the dead clone troopers might be dead for a reason. All right, this might be harsh. This might be controversial. But these soldiers died, so they might not be the cream of the crop compared to the living soldiers. I mean, the living soldiers got more experience on them, you know? They've been fighting for longer because they didn't die. That might be mean to say to these poor fallen comrades. I take it back. These guys might have just been unlucky, you know? Or they fought in epic last stands and really gave it their all. So you never know. But there is something to be said about having muscles and, you know, meat on your bones and actual armor instead of just being a brittle skeleton. So, you know, armor-wise, I think the defending clone troopers definitely do have the edge that way. But, you know, these guys still got guns. They got helmets. They can make something happen if they really want to. You know what I'm saying? Let's see it. Let's see it. I'm almost rooting for the skeleton army now. Although I don't see how they're not disintegrating when they're in the water like this. This seems like a bad idea, you know? I don't think bones are all that good underwater. Just saying, it might crumple them. You never know. But then again, you watch Pirates of the Caribbean and that skeleton, you know, Captain Barbossa's army, they did fine. They did perfectly fine. Did any of you guys remember, I don't know if you guys played this, but there used to be a Pirates of the Caribbean MMO when I was like 8 years old, so like 14 years ago. There was a Pirates of the Caribbean MMO, and it was the most fun thing I've ever played. I flippin' loved that thing. It was so awesome. It was one of my favorite MMOs at the time. I don't know what happened to it or if it's still around, but that thing slapped. That was a great MMO. Like, absolutely fantastic. Loved it, man. That and Wizards 101. Oh my god, Wizards 101 was a slap and a half. What a bop. That thing tore it up. I loved that thing. Wizard 101 was awesome. Although I only ever got to play it every once in a while because I remember I didn't really have access to a computer at that age. So I had to borrow my dad's work computer. And he was very sus about like downloading things onto his work computer. So, you know, if I was lucky, he'd be like, all right, fine. You can play Wizards 101. But most of the times it was like, no, I don't want that crap on my computer. Which is understandable, you know, it's his work computer. But dang, that's bringing back some memories. Or what was the one? There was a Disney one. Toontown? Was it called Toontown? I think it might have been. I can't remember. Dude, MMOs were like the stuff back in the day. MMOs slapped. I never actually played World of Warcraft. That was never one I was into. I think I was a little too young for it, to be honest. I think you know what, more my speed was sort of the kids ones at the time. But oh man, the kids ones slapped hard. They were good. All right, either way, the skeleton army here, they're not doing too well. I think maybe 5 minutes ago they had a chance at winning this thing, but the clone trooper defenders, it's not even really anything the skeleton army's doing. They're pulling out some tactics. They're going on flanking runs. They're crawling up to the defenses. They're trying their hardest here. They're doing Overwatch fire. They are contributing to this battle and trying their hardest. However, the clone defenses are just solid at this point. I mean, the clone troopers who are alive are in positions that are really, really good and really hard to overthrow. So I think the skeleton army is just having some trouble. Like this guy's got 7 kills. This guy's got 6. This guy's got 4. The E-Web turret has 28. This guy's got 6. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 3. This guy's got 13. And this guy's got none. So yeah, really impressive stuff, honestly, coming from the clone troopers. And the fort has barely even been activated. Actually, no, it has. This guy's got 7 kills. This guy's got none. None. 1. 1. None. None, 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 none. Okay, so some of these guys have gotten into action. But, I mean, the fort itself never really came under attack here from the Skeletor army. The final push for the Skeletor army, sort of moving on forward right now. Moving on forward. Let's see how they end up doing. Oh, they did end up killing that guy. Poor chap. Didn't quite make it to the end of the battle. Here we go. The final push onto the fortress. Just sort of a last attempt from the army of the undead clone troopers to actually make something happen here. But they can't manage it, it seems. It really do seem like they are getting, you know, killed by the clones before they can actually do any killing themselves. So, bit of an F. I will squad up the last of the boys here. We've got about a squad worth of troopers. And, you know, I'll squad them up just to see if they manage to do anything with that. But I kind of doubt it. They're getting crushed at this point. The clone defenders, too strong. Bone juice, man. That bone juice ain't good enough. You need some meat on that bone. You need some protein. You need some water. You got to be a hydro homie. These are dehydrated homies. This is what happens when you don't drink water, boys. This is why we call ourselves the hydro homies. I was thinking about maybe making some more hydro homie merch pretty soon, because people have been asking for some that doesn't have clones on it, but is just like straight up hydro homie merch, and that's definitely something I can do if you guys want to see that. All right, final little undead clone assault here. They did their best, I gotta say. Both sides fought pretty hard in this battle. This is one of those battles that I think could have gone either way, and the skeleton army almost managed to do it. The AI wasn't even bad in this battle, but that's the end of them right there, sadly. The clone troopers do manage to win. They hold this fortress and this little outpost out here still. Pretty impressive stuff from the clones. The undead troopers are in yellow here, and the red are the dead clones. The undead did very well over here, but over here they just got washed. I think if these guys did better and actually managed to topple this, then they might have been able to take the fortress. But the fact that these guys held out in this little area really spelled trouble for the skeleton army. So, pretty awesome battle. I enjoyed it myself greatly. That was a fun one to watch. A bit of a goofier one, but I think those are fun. You don't have to do serious battles every single time. You know what I'm saying, boys? And sometimes a smaller scale battle is good too. I love doing like the largest Clone Wars battles ever. Those are always good fun, but you know, sometimes just minimizing things and making it a bit more small scale is good too. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the subscribe button. We're trying to hit 250K by the end of the year. Comment down below what you thought of the battle. Did you enjoy it? And be sure to smash that like button. It helps me out tremendously. Either way, guys, I will see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.